What's up, everybody? And today we're checking out some more footage out in Ukraine. This is Azov Recon Platoon conducts sweep in the Toretsk sector. This is by the Azov YouTube channel. I will leave a link down below. As always, like I always do, please go over there and support it. The fact that they're able to get this footage and put it out on the internet is remarkable, and we need to raise awareness about the situation that's going on out there and stop people from drifting off and forgetting that it's going on and just following the regular constant beat of news cycles. So please support these channels. I think it's super important. Before we get started though, check out Chug. 10% off, link down below, selling like crazy. Best bits of kit you can get. Listen, I'm going wild camping next weekend. In exactly a week actually today. And I'm going to be sitting around. Hopefully we're going to have a fire. I don't know. It depends on where we are when we're wild camping, because we've got to be careful with stuff like that. I'm going to be drinking out of my chug. I'm going to bring it with me. It's going to be sick. Keeping me beverage cold. Keeping my morale cold. Oh, I need a morale this morning. I'm just not as sharp. I got in bed at 4 a.m. last night because I went to watch an 11 p.m. viewing of The Odyssey in 70mm IMAX in Manchester. Oh my God. What a film. The Odyssey, one of, if not the oldest, fantastical story ever. It's a beautiful story. I like how they've interpreted it with modernization in certain areas. Obviously, Christopher, no, I'm going on a complete tangent here. You know me, I love my historical fiction. I love history. I'm a massive history nerd. I love Greek mythology. I love Roman mythology, Egyptian mythology, Norse, Anglo-Saxon, Celtic. I love mythologies in general. This is why I'm a big proponent to going back to nature and going back to the original world. And I'm very anti-AI. I could almost call myself, in a sense, a neo-Luddite, in a sense that not that I'm anti-progress, because that's not what neo-Luddite means, but that I am very much anti-progression of technology at the detriment of humanity. And when you hear these stories like The Odyssey, which if you've not read it, you should read it, The Odyssey, the Iliad, all sorts of different stories, the Poetic Eddas, the Mabinogion, like these beautiful mythological stories. These are the type of things that humanity will never create anymore if we don't put a stop in this growth of AI that is just constantly pushing out AI slop. I'd love to know if you agree with me with that. A full tangent, a complete tangent there. But if you are in the same mind as me, where going analog is important to you, let me know in the comments. Because it's important to me, and I want you in my circle if that's the case. All right. Anyway, let's shut up. Let's pull this up. Let's see what is going on.
Направо сразу. Подвал справа, бачите? Я знаю, да.
Ruins as always.
Садик, бери оцей кирпичний дом.
How far away is Toretsk from Donetsk, which is like the place that's a hellhole? Because this looks like dog shit as well. Look at these houses.
Короче, в якого криша дырява, поняв? Не яка красна, яка дырява. Плюс. Що, двоєчка просто? Я взяв ліво.
3-man patrol? Is it 3-man?
Закріпились, можна перебігати.
Опа. Давай, пішов перший.
Ugh. Running across that open ground right there. The fact that he has to peek that like that, you already know that you're in a shit situation when you're peeking stuff like that. Wow.
Чесно.
Someone's dog still there?
Чесно. Да, починаємо.
Oh my god, imagine being point man going in that basement. That is not a job I would ever want to have. Wow. He's going to be point man going in there. There could be someone just sat there waiting. As soon as your head pops around the corner, done. That's terrifying.
Що там є хтось? Одна. Військових бачила? Ви тут самі? Взагалі не бачили, так? Ви їх не хочете?
There's a woman living down there?
А чого?
Old lady living down there in the basement on her own? That's kind of creepy. That's kind of creepy.
В смысле?
Кстати, так само з протягнутою рукою.
Ми можемо вивезти.
Ні, ви вивезете, вопросів немає. А ми там як, з протягнутою рукою.
Та ні, вам допомагають організації.
Знаєте, краще, ніж...
Ви б знали, скільки ми вже отсюди вивезли?
Созвонюємося, знаю. Созвонюємося з сусідями, всі
Ага.
будуть кричати.
Ну там хоча б ніхто вас бити не хоче.
Ну да.
Що вам сказати? От ми 7 місяців в підвалі.
Ну, ніфіга собі.
Oh,
Та ну не
7
придумайте,
months?
давайте ми вас вивеземо.
Ну, не так. Ми останемося тут.
Ну, а що
wow.
воно вам дасть, що ви тут останетесь?
А що воно вам дасть, що ви вивезете?
Ну, ви нам не будете, дивіться, вам буде безпечніше, і ви нам не будете заважати працювати.
Хлопці, ваші матері хочуть, щоб ви живі прийняли.
Oh my god, this conversation's heartbreaking, isn't it? Old lady doesn't want to leave. They're like, please, come on, it's safer. She's like, what do you want me to tell you? Oh my god.
І ваші сім'ї. Надо
Ладно.
думати просто, за якого-то діда.
Право ваше. Все добре, бережіть себе, будь ласка. А ми зробимо так, щоб до вас не прийшли гості.
Oh my god.
І ви порішите.
Да, постараємося. Починаємо.
That's horrible, isn't it?
Заходимо. Покажи мені, де що, як.
That's so sad.
А? Да, покажи.
It's sad people are living in these places. There's bombs going off in the background. Jesus Christ.
Казка до мене. Добрий день, не лякайтесь. Ви тут самі? Тихо, 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 маленько. Тихо. Опа. Контроль, чисто. Заходьте сюди. Сюди, присаджуйтесь.
Доброго дня.
Один остається на виході, підтримує зв'язок. У вас є бажання виїхати звідси? Ми можемо це організувати. Приїде транспорт, вас евакуює з речами.
Їхати нікуди.
Я розумію, дивіться, зараз працює така штука, що ви виїжджаєте, ви проходите реабілітацію, вам надають квартиру, роботу, все вам надають. Тобто вам надаються льготи, у вас є можливість виїхати за кордон.
Вот тут выйдешь, если что. Вот тут калитка. Сразу
Wow.
Справа.
And some of these people, and I get it, that's your home, innit? Like the desire to stay in your own home is so big. Leaving your home is something no one ever wants to do. And he's like, look, you can have an apartment, you get benefits, potentially go abroad, you can get a job. We can provide all this stuff for you. Please let us, evacuate you. And they're still hesitant. There's bombs going off in the background, and they're still hesitant because that's their home. It is heartbreaking. This is the saddest video I've seen of footage in Ukraine.
Да, вот за домом.
Угу.
Заходишь туда, там подвал.
Так.
То это я не знаю, кто там сидит, не сидит.
А він дивиться входом сюди, так?
Да, да, да.
Все, я знаю, це підвал, я тут уже колись гуляв.
Ага.
І далі ще в самому кінці вулиці, в дворі є підвал, да, під деревом. І більше підвалів немає.
Не, есть еще в следующем доме подвал. В следующем доме подвал. Там, где ракета прилетела, вот следующий за этим.
Rocket hit the
Вот я
basement
не
next
знаю,
to
он
him.
целый или нет. Но я когда за дровами ходил, подвал видно, что есть. Вот.
Oh my god.
Дальше не знаю. 2 дома, 3, не знаю. И напротив подвал, напротив, вот последний дом с левой стороны. Там подвал заваленный. Вот.
Я поняв. Добре, дякую вам велике.
И дом сгорел.
Все, ми зараз все перевіримо. Пацани, уточняйте обстановку, чи можемо
Только не
рухатися.
выпускайте, хорошо?
Да, добре.
Закройте.
Да, да, да. Контроль дом.
Just stay at this place and there's people living there. I feel so sorry for him. Probably don't want to leave because they might have grown up there. Grown up. Maybe they were born there. Oh. Fuck the invaders.
Мент, подвал чистий, подвал. І навіть більше, ніж карцер, тільки з поворотом. Продовжуємо далі. Чисто. Чисто.
So it looks like they're just in a team of 3, which if you know, if you were in the military, being in a team of 3 is it's not as effective as it should be. You want to be in at least a fire team, which is 4 and a section IC, so 5 in total. I get it. Different SOPs, different places. They don't have the resources for it, do they? But patrolling with 3 people is just, that's a struggle. Boom.
Оружие, руки, руки поднял!
Убивать не будем, с поднятыми руками, у тебя 10 секунд. Выходи, не бойся, мы убивать не будем. Руки подними, руки!
There you go, they got one.
Сюда ползи, ко мне ползи. Ползи ко мне, быстро.
Да, от випав він 300-й. Два.
Ко мне ползи тоже, давай. Третий где?
Нету третьего, двое. Ты слышишь? Двое. К нему ползи.
Ко мне, давайте, быстрей. Быстрей. Все, вставайте. Проходите вперед. Давайте, быстрее.
2 of them. 2 of them. They really barricaded themselves in there, didn't they?
Красота, заходь.
Вот аптечка есть. Вот аптечка.
Ага. Та сейчас я подивлюсь, що в них тут є вообще. Ось ще одна аптечка.
Oh my god, even the Russian, look at the basement, look at the dust kicking up and everything.
Одна аптечка.
Парни, здорово. Вас только 2 в подвале?
Да, двое.
Да, 2. Давайте, парни. Добро пожаловать в плен. Заходим сюда в подвал. Ну, давайте быстрее. А что с глазом? Я глаз на месте, старый?
Нет.
Не на месте, заходь в подвал. Давайте ниже. Вас никто убивать уже не будет, типа. Дальше можешь пройти? Ну пройди дальше, старый. Сейчас тебе помогу. Вас 2 пришло тільки?
Да, погибли пацаны. Пацаны погибли.
Всі погибли, да. Скільки вас було?
8. 6 of them dead, 2 left, 1's injured, something happened to his eye. Wow. That's horrendous, isn't it? How do you even go about that? That basement could have been full of, well, I don't know whether the basement could have been filled with 8 people. It was probably before then, wasn't it, that they had 8 people. But there's 3 of them taking 2 hostage. That ratio is not good. That is not a good ratio if they had weapons on them.
8? Я себе. А де погибли?
Где-то здесь вчера минометом. Вчера.
Ваші позивні.
You're getting as much information out of these 2 individuals as possible, getting their call sign, everything they possibly can.
Мой
Да.
Дудик.
Дудік, а ти?
Муфта.
Дивись, мент, позивні Дудік і Муфта. Їх було 8. Залишились вони вдвох, всі остальні вмерли, як прийняв.
Плюс-плюс. Ви чули, да? Справа
Да.
в будинку.
Пиши.
Короче, я буду муфта, если что. Тільки не кричать, понял? Так, спокойно.
Давайте я до колодця і буду крити 12. Плюс.
Давай.
Wow. Let's just look at that bit of equipment on top of his rifle. Laser point, rangefinder laser pointer. What is that on the top? His flashlight's here. I thought it was a battery pack for his flashlight, but it's the. Well, it could be actually because that cable there, that could be a button to switch it on. So if you don't know, a flashlight on a rifle, there is a cord with a button on it, so that when you're holding the rifle on the front here, you can just click it on and off rather than like having to try to get this on camera. Put your hand across and switch a light on and then put your hand back. It's just a button. So it could be a mix of laser and battery and some other bits and bobs. But if anyone knows specifically what this square box is, it could be both. It could be like a laser and battery. It could be rangefinder. It could be a few different things. But yeah, I am wondering. These days, there's so many different bits of tech that it's hard to really pin down exactly what something is now.
Пацаны, это муфта. Парни. Парни, слышите? Парни, слышите, это муфта. Это муфта, кто ты? Подожди, не слышу, я оглох. Пацаны, еще раз, скажи громче. Бывалый.
Wow. So they've used their call sign, if you've not seen there, of the prisoners that they've just captured, to talk to these individuals in the basement and say, look, we're I think he said Mufti. And now they've caught some more people.
Братан, дружище, ты нормально? Ты нормально? Вас завалило? Вы не ранены?
Нет, мы самостоятельно не выберемся, нам вынос надо, фонтены.
У вас есть радейка, парни?
Да.
Рабочая, у
Wow.
нас просто не
The amount of information they're getting from these two guys.
работает наша.
Повтори.
Не работает наша радейка. У вас оружие целое? Сейчас, подожди, что-то придумаем. Мужики! Будьте здесь, мы позже придем, сейчас не сможем достать вас.
Не бойся,
Будьте здесь, мы позже придем за вами.
давай на связь выйдите, пацаны, обязательно согласны.
Хорошо, будьте здесь. Давайте.
Wow.
Садик иду.
Wow. That was probably one of the most interesting videos I've seen with footage in Ukraine when they're patrolling, because there's a couple of things that have happened here. Obviously, they've seen the civilians, which is incredibly sad. And then we see a prime example of how information is key on a battlefield, right? They got the call signs from these two individuals who said they were on their own, these two, and that 6 other people died. And then they found other Russians and used their call sign to communicate with them and get more information. They have a radio, they have a weapon, etc. Very, very fascinating. Is this the same individuals?
Мент, я садик, як чуєш мене?
Same individuals? I don't know if it is. He sounds a bit different.
Можна спробувати розкопати їх, там в принципі можна.
Oh, there you go.
Пауза. Але у них там є зброя, і треба якось це, зараз просто не варіант. Пауза.
Okay, so it's the same people. They're going to try and dig them out.
Радіостанція.
There we go.
Там двоє. Пауза. Ось, при них зброя, вони цілі. Я сказав, що я муфта, ми під їх, закосили, я сказав їм, пауза. Я сказав їм, щоб вони лишались там, і ми потім їх якось достанемо. Тише.
Короче, положишь ее в яму тут. Там, где завал. Там, где низ завала, получается, туди покладеш. Баба!
Boom. So that was them trying to blow them up, basically.
Парни, смотрите! Выходите с руками поднятыми и без оружия, ты меня слышишь? Выходите с поднятыми руками и без оружия! Или мы сейчас туда, ребят, пару гранат к вам закинем, как принял, ребят? Выходите с поднятыми руками и без фокусов! Или мы туда вам еще одну закинем ТМ-ку!
Wow. So now they're in a standoff. Now they're in a standoff. They know that there's two individuals in there. They've got comms and they've got weapons. And so now they've got to deal with getting them out effectively. Hopefully as prisoners of war so they can get even more information without getting themselves hurt. They know there's two of them. They've got three. Bit of a standoff here.
Бывало, если какую-то хуйню сделаешь, мы вас разъебашим. Быстрее выходи с поднятыми руками и без оружия. Бывало, если мне ответишь через 2 секунды, мы ударим вас. Без ничего, с поднятыми руками.
10 секунд у вас!
Без оружия. Останетесь живые. Быстрее. Подожди. Подожди. С поднятыми руками. С поднятыми. Руки вверх. Руки. Вторая.
There's one of them. Where's the
Сядь
second?
на колени, все, и сиди. Все, давай, выходи.
There's the second
Руки
one.
вверх. Все, все. Спокойно. Все, иди сюда, сюда.
So he said he had a grenade without a pin. Looks like he was going to try and blow him up. And he's like, I need to get rid of it. So he threw it back into the hole that it was in. That's a bit sus, that to me, because we know they had radios. We know they had equipment. And he looks like he's trying to blow it up. I would not be happy with that.
Сюда, сюда. Все, все. Двое у нас. Відходимо до фиша, пройом.
I mean, at the end of the day, they've got the two, so it doesn't really matter as much. There's probably loads of comms that they've taken, but it just shows that these two individuals they're capturing are not necessarily surrendering because they're like, all right, I guess, you know, it's a better option for me. They're surrendering because they have to. There's a bit of worry there that they could do something. There's a bit more of a hesitance to look after these two when they could be nefarious. They could be up to something.
Все, парни, мы вас
Bit more
стрелять не будем, только
sus.
без лишних
Best way to say it is a bit more sus. They don't fit the vibe check. Do you know what I mean?
движений. Все.
There you go. Is that it done? A little bit more. Now they're going to check the basement that we're in.
Давай. Только в темпе.
So they got 4 lads. Between the 3 of them, they got 4 lads. That's impressive.
Автомат.
Very impressive. And they got the rifle and the radio. Very impressive.
Забрал.
Wow. 0 shots fired.
Копали нас. Так бы, наверное, там и друг друга посъедали бы.
Holy shit.
Начал кричать: сдаемся, сдаемся.
Я сперва даже не понял. Меня оглушило.
Нас откопали 2,5 килограммами тротила. Быстро получилось.
Wow. Insane video by Azov. I will leave a link down below to the original video. Make sure you go over there and support them. Get this information out there. People need to be aware that this stuff is still going on today. I hope it ends this year. I really, really do. Yeah, link down below to the Azov YouTube channel. Go check it out. Check out Morale if you haven't already. Check out Chug, all the other stuff. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe, helps with that mysterious YouTube algorithm. Other than that, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.